Hello, welcome to my office. Perhaps now when you're communicating with me, you can imagine this is where I operate from. But we're really here today because a colleague and neighbor of mine, Dave Pollard, is a paleoclimatologic modeler, and so we're going to go over to Dave's office and have a little conversation with him. Hey Dave.
Hi Tim.
How you doing?
Fine.
You have a couple minutes to have a chat?
Sure, come on in.
Thanks. So when did you start climate modeling?
I first started the simple climate modeling in grad school. I did a simple coupled glacier ice sheet model of the Pleistocene ice ages, and that's when it started.
And then your postdoc?
I did a postdoc in Oregon State, and I worked on, for the first time there, on global climate models, the big complex global models that Larry Gates used then, applied to the ice age, to the Quaternary ice ages. I later worked for NCAR, which is in Boulder, Colorado. It stands for National Center for Atmospheric Research. They do a lot of different things there. The division I worked in was called Climate and Global Dynamics, which mainly developed a community climate, global climate model that people use a lot in the United States and internationally for paleoclimate and modern and future climate modeling.
And I suppose it was at that time that you created or coded Genesis.
While I was there, my group decided to develop a global climate model specifically aimed at the paleoclimate modeling community. And so we built a GCM, which stands for Global Climate Model, or General Circulation Model. And we called it Genesis. And that was in the 1980s and 1990s. And quite a lot of paleoclimate modelers used it at that time. In the late 1990s, I moved to Penn State. There was a dynamic group here led by Eric Barron at the time, doing a lot of paleoclimate modeling work, and I joined that. And since then I've worked here on Genesis climate model and also a lot on ice sheet modeling, which maybe we'll talk about a little later.